It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. And interns scared the hell out of me with a horn.
On a beautiful, wonderful Wednesday. I have to tell you, I have to give our interns, our producers, a huge shout out because yesterday's shoot they did, we were at Dignity Memorial, the Babylon West Boca Raton location. If you could turn me down a little bit, that would be great because no one wants to hear this much of me. Thank you.
Too much Dawn isn't.
Too much Dawn is never so good. But what a great shoot. I loved the second set that we used. It was absolutely amazing. We had Thomas, who manages the Babylon Center in West Boca, which is on Glades and 441, right near IHOP. Wayne Henry was with us. And, of course, JP was with us, planning the celebration of life centers. I really like that name a whole lot better than a funeral home.
It is. And it was a nice experience. I want to ask the interns that were there.
It was beautiful.
Beth, you've never been to
Mia, let's switch over to your camera.
Go to 3.
Yeah, that was my first time at a funeral home, but it felt like light and love, honestly. And like you said, Freddie, you went to the bathroom and you saw some people doing some business in the office. And yeah, there's aspects of like somber, but overall it's about celebrating life. And I think JP really hit the nail on the head.
And let's give DJ a mic as well, because DJ was there as well. You know, it's okay. It's really funny because some of the things that you see that go on in these places, a lot of sadness. And DJ, that's the first time you've done a show with us. What did you feel?
Was a fantastic feeling due to the fact that it was very warm and welcoming. Very warm and welcoming. When you get there, a lot of times you get and it's like, no scared because a home of that type is not to be scared, but they welcome you and you begin to, and we are closer than they are as it relates to being at that place. But I spoke to the manager.
You know, you don't have to depress me, but okay. I never thought of it that way.
You mentioned it yesterday. You say, we all are going there, you know, sooner or later.
There's something wrong with me. I never said that, but okay.
It's when, April, the tax day is coming up, in a couple of months, and death. And death is, everyone will get it, right? We are getting there sooner or later, so it's how you get to that point, especially for the ones that you leave behind. Then they remember you. And this is why next week when we do the celebration of life for you, Freddie, it's a realization, and that's what you need.
Take it easy. You're making me cry here. We just stop it already.
I don't know how I'm going to get through next week without crying. Sorry.
I won't do that again.
That's how I felt yesterday.
Well, we talked about the dignity piece, and we talked about no tears allowed. You know, there's no crying in baseball. And this is like a giant baseball game. Man, you missed all the tears yesterday. Everybody was crying and crying and crying. I got a text this morning from a client that I had 7 years ago. He's coming up on Tuesday. He says, oh, my God, I thought something happened.
We actually have to give Wayne a head count because we've got amazing food, catering, a slideshow video, a lot of people, a lot of things to set up for because everyone's going to see what a sample mock celebration of life can look like with all of your elements. But we do need a head count for chairs and food. So either text me and Freddie, call me and Freddie, go through Facebook and let us know, or you can contact Wayne and we can put that link up as well. Right now, I think we're at about 30, and that's just friends and family.
Yeah, and the bottom line here is that I have to stop it at a certain number, and I don't want to do that. So I may have to open the bay.
We'll have to do another one, yes.
We may have to do what you did for that Thanksgiving thing, open up the bay and put people in the street.
It all works.
As long as the music is loud, I think we'll be all right.
I think so. You're going to do some Latin music for us?
Yes.
The Puerto Rican music?
Puerto Rican music. I think I know what you like, the Sinatra and stuff, a little bit of
I like all
that
that old
jazz,
stuff.
a little bit of everything.
Stop, because you're gonna make me cry.
No, we're going to bring the rhythm up.
It's like a
You know?
sadness to this thing. What the hell,
I
man?
We're
gotta
going
tell you.
to bring the rhythm up, little
There
by
is
little.
nothing like no one here is Jewish, right? Except
I'm
me.
Jewish. I took a shower.
So if you ever
Took a bath.
when you do your kids' bar and bat mitzvahs, we do this video montage, and it's beautiful. And then we pick our own music. It's like we kill ourselves because
But we do this also.
we pick the music, and all you do is cry. And I made it, so I make it, and I make myself cry. Same thing with you. I'm going to make this video for you.
Why are you doing that?
I'm not making. I'm just saying we know what pictures are going in it,
I sent more pictures today. You don't have to. The whole world is sending me a picture.
and we're going to
now.
just cry. But there's nothing to cry. It's
The
about
hell you
celebrating.
crying about?
It's about enjoying.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm going to change it up, by the way.
The first tear I see, I'm leaving.
I just want you to know, people think it's your birthday party. So I was out with my
It's
friend.
not my birthday party.
I was out with my friend Pamela Polani last night. She said, I'm coming on Tuesday and I'm bringing him a bottle of wine. I said, okay, but you don't have to bring anything. She said, well, it's his birthday.
That's okay. Let her think it.
I said, it's not his birthday. She goes, oh.
It's
so I
my
don't need to bring
son
anything?
Freddie's birthday.
That is true.
My son Freddie's birthday. Freddie Jr. is his birthday. Yes.
He's going to be, what, 29?
Who the hell knows? He's gonna be 107. Who knows?
But it's going to be great. So please come out to the event. We've got great food, great catering. We've got Mo and Ma doing some of it. I think Presidente is going to be catering it.
Yes,
Full
Presidente's
staff
coming.
and crew by Dignity Memorial. Wayne will be here, and Kim, and maybe JP. You're going to have a lot of people. It's going to be set up for an event. We really, really, really should
Really,
get
really?
that air conditioning working by Tuesday.
Yeah,
Is all I
we'll
can tell
figure it
you.
out. Well, we got wires and stuff we have to fix and everything else. But I just want to tell people, everybody yesterday, number one show for the month was yesterday.
Was
Numbers
it?
were fantastic. Across the board, no, I am not dying. There is nothing wrong with me. Everything's fine. This is a mock-up to what you can be doing for your families. Take the stress off of them. That's all this is about. It's not about I'm sick. I don't have a terminal illness. I do not.
Nope, thank God.
And everything is cool. But you come down, you celebrate, you find out what the other side is like, and you have a conversation. It's the only thing. I'm hoping that people will talk to Wayne and company and just get this thing out of the way and the burden out of the way.
It's interesting, the whole thought process. I have a whole new idea perspective after sitting with Wayne and talking about it. And I have to tell you, as much as you and I love parties, and we always just do, we open the doors and we don't know who's coming, what food, no idea. That's how you and I roll. That's not how Dignity rolls. They want every I dotted, every T crossed, and they keep calling to making sure all those details are put in place. And you and I go, but we're good. But that's not how they roll, because in a time of celebration of somebody's life that's passing, it's not going to be, oh, whoever shows up, right? You want all those details punctuated, and that is exactly what they're doing with us, is what they do then.
Well, you know, what happens is, you know, I talk to DJ, and he knows, God forbid something happens to me tomorrow, he already knows that at my spot, and that's what I'm going to call it, my spot, there better be music, because I will haunt him till the day
Will
is
you
long.
just stop that? And
But
listen,
I-
you can't go. You know why? Because I don't have the other camera yet, and you're taking that one with
Yeah, take-
you.
oh,
So
you can have it, you can have it
you
next
got to
week.
stay with me until we get
Always
that other
over a
camera back.
Can you believe it's over a freaking camera? Unbelievable. But
I got to
just,
stop the sadness, is what I got to
well,
do.
the bottom line here is it's an important aspect, and there is no mourning. We have other shows coming. You have Marsha Teal's coming. You have Jordana from Ready, Set, Go Beyond.
Yes.
And even Lou from You and Your Doctor Living Healthy. They're going to be doing their shows
It's
here
going to be a
as
full
well.
production house.
It's going to be a madhouse. We're coming and enjoy some of the madness. Now, some of the other ideas that I want to talk about is that we are starting our TV network channel over in that other production. And Fuego and 2020 Vision is heading it off. We have some other programs that are coming as well. I think we have 5 shows. I need another 20. I want to go full clock. I want to put this crew to the test. We even have Teddy on location.
I know. I'm so excited. We're at Loft 561 in East Boca Raton.
Where
with
are we?
Loft 561
Did you guys know that?
with Teddy and Maria Stefania.
Carnage, you knew that too?
Hey, so I type
561?
it in.
I didn't even know that.
Teddy, are you there?
Teddy, where are you, Teddy? Teddy?
Let's switch this.
Hi guys, how are you?
How you doing, Teddy? Look
Can
who's
you guys
with
hear
you.
us?
Loud
Yes,
and
we
clear.
hear you loud and clear. Can you see us? You see what I'm doing?
Awesome. I can see myself. That's exciting.
Put the quad up.
I cannot see you guys.
That's because
Okay,
we
we're
have
gonna
you
put
up
the quad up in
singular.
a second.
So tell us where
No
you
problem.
are. Introduce who you with.
We are here. We're here at Loft 561. I'm here with Maria Stefania, the head hairdresser from Loft 561.
Hey,
And I wanted
Maria.
her to tell us all about it. It's a brand new beauty lounge.
Now make sure she gets nice and close to you so we can hear her.
Oh, I love that picture. It's a beautiful shot. So tell us about Loft 561, ladies.
Excuse me. We're a full beauty lounge service. Extension artists, hairdressers, extensions. You have the eyebrow threading station here. Soon to have waxing, microblading, which is permanent makeup, and hydrofacial for our beauty aesthetics.
And I just met your new nail lady, which is awesome.
That is coming as well this month.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. And you said you're a Matrix salon. You have a whole new shampoo line and everything, right?
Yeah, so I'm actually a Matrix brand ambassador, so I educate for other salons. I'm going to be doing that for this salon as well. We carry the entire line system, hair color, all hair services, including the shampoo line, and we also will be carrying Monet, a new healthy hair system for scalp and for people who are having premature hair loss. There's a whole science behind it, but aside from that, we will be carrying it in order to provide a very high-end aesthetic for our clientele.
That's awesome. And I know you said it's really important that you guys make sure it's a whole beauty lounge. It's not just a hairdresser. It's not just a nail place. You guys have almost anything. I can't think of anything I would want that you guys don't have.
Right, especially with eyebrow threading. It's something that a lot of people may go to the mall for, but if you're coming for a blow dry, you need to go fixed up, we're here for that.
I'm getting my eyebrows set right after this. Maria's going to do it. I'm really excited. I'm going to come back to the studio like a supermodel.
I was actually wondering if you were going to do it before the shoot or not, but I'm glad you waited to go afterwards. You'll have to fill us in how it is, how it felt. I've never done the eyebrow threading before.
And I was like, I won't subject you guys to that.
And I have to tell you,
the other
there is no one, Teddy, that does cheekbones like Maria. She will find cheekbones that you never knew you had. She's the most amazing makeup artist, and she actually, I don't think we got a chance to tell you, she's going to be the official hair and makeup of the Brooklyn Cafe show. We're going to actually expand our green room, our makeup area, and Maria's going to take care of all of that for us.
I'm excited. Thank you, Dawn.
I'm super excited to have you in my makeup. I never do it. It's going to be great. This is like the one day I walked in and Freddie's like, who is that? And I was like, oh, it's Hughes makeup.
I said that today. Who the hell is that?
And tell us where you're
It was like
located.
me with the black wig.
Tell us
Right
where.
beside of Lemongrass
Uh-huh.
in Royal Palm Place. The address is 101 Plaza Rio South, and right in Royal Palm Place. So we're in between Lemongrass and Brazilian Spa.
And there's a bunch of good parking. I know I was slightly worried about the parking coming here. There's a parking lot literally right over there. Turn the corner, is parking right next to Lemongrass. It's super easy to find
The
everything.
entire perimeter has all parking lots.
Yeah, it was awesome.
A lot of restaurants and shopping areas, so it's really convenient for anybody who's looking just to spend the day in Boca.
Yeah. And I know you guys are looking for new stylists to expand and everything.
Yes, we are looking for new stylists. So we're having open interviews at the moment. Contact Loft 561 and our phone number, and you can speak to Vanessa Valera, and she'll be able to connect you with an appointment.
Okay, now listen. I know that we're doing this on the air. I want you to hand the phone over to Maria to hold the phone that we are using for this piece. This is all.
This is
streaming on
our new remote location,
And we
mini that I'd love.
And I want to make sure that Maria is heard because it's chopping up. So give her the phone to hold, and let's see how that works. So let's switch over back to her. There you go. All right. Let's try that again. Maria, where
Go
are
off
you?
AirPods. We're going to go full manual.
All right, that's good.
Speaker. Can you hear us? Can you hear us
I
now,
can
Chris?
hear you solid. Okay, tell me where you're located, honey.
So we're located in Royal Palm Place. The address is Loft 561, 101 Plaza Rio South. I'm still learning the address. We're right in between Lemongrass and Brazilian Med Spa.
Now I can hear the two of you loud and clear now, which
I
is
love it.
fantastic.
They are in a great location, Freddie. They are right in the heart of East Boca, right next to Lemongrass and Brasilia, which means you can Well, it means nothing to you, but it means for me, I can get my sushi, I can get my hair and my makeup done, I can go get a little massage over at Brazilia's, and sometimes Tracy from Healing Moments is there, and I'm like walking out like a movie star. That's all I can tell you.
Now, everything that's going on in that place, let's go to everything at 561, everything in there, what is some of the things they do? Everything across the board?
We do everything across the board. Teddy here met our new nail lady who will be coming in at the middle of this month. We do hair, eyelash extensions, balayage, color correction. We do organic keratin treatment, so non-toxic. This is a non-toxic environment. We also provide permanent makeup for microblading, and we're also gathering a esthetician for hydrofacials.
That's pretty good. Now, we are also doing some production in the studio, in the theater, and Maria is going to actually be doing the makeup. We are offering makeup stuff.
And what I love about Maria, besides being a longtime friend and working with us at the cafe, 4 years already,
Original.
she is a millennial.
Yes.
So we get to get a whole new perspective of what it's like to be in your 20s going into 2020 with your own business, which is spectacular.
And that's what we want. We want to teach everybody that you can have your own business, you can be in this business, you can network in this business and make it bigger and stronger.
Yeah, she's right around everybody's age, so I love the fact that she and Teddy, I'm a little scared that she and Teddy are going out on the town, but it's all good. I think B and Mia won in on that too. They're shaking their head, yes, everybody.
Why do you think I have Connor back there?
You're keeping
Because I can
everyone-
see where this is headed already. Connor knows it too. He says, yeah, because you see where it's going. But the bottom line here is it works. It's beautiful. I want to thank you, ladies, for doing this. You guys look spectacular. That's the phone.
You want to offer any specials? Maria, you want to tell
Yeah, so we're actually working on a promotion at the moment for your come in for your first time eyebrow threading cleanup, and come in for a full eyelash extension. Get your first fill free. So if anybody is interested in getting almost a $70 service for free for your next fill, come in for your full lash extension full set. Or you can even try out the eyebrow threading for your first time on the house. And this is something that we want to promote to the South Florida, Boca area, or anywhere else, Delray, Fort Lauderdale. I can vouch for myself as being an expert and a perfectionist at eyebrow threading. And the first time that you get done with me, I promise you'll never have anybody touch your eyebrows that way again.
I'll come in for a testimony when I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'll come straight there. You guys can see the finished product.
Are you going to do lashes or an eyebrow?
Eyebrow threading.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a quick. It's only the max. Yeah. And anybody can have a free lash fill after their first set, which is a big grand promotion because you won't find that deal anywhere else. Also, Dawn and Freddie, if I'm able to say this, I just want to let the audience know that our Instagram is lost_561. I'm sorry, lost561_. And if you want to see the balayage color correction Instagram, it's at Makeover Beauty, which you guys have promoted before.
Excellent.
So it's MakeoverBeauty, not a Y, a UTI.
We are so excited for you.
Not a Y, on UTI.
UTI.
Thank you.
We're so excited for you because to see your growth over the past 4 years is amazing. I was telling Teddy when she started with us, she was in her
She was just starting out.
early 20s, just starting out in
Getting it
Florida, and
together.
to see you now working at your own salon with your partner is absolutely so impressive. We're so proud of you and so excited to work with both of you, all of you.
And we want to take you on the road with us when we do health and wealth and everything else, and sponsor and port to you by. And listen, everybody has stuff they need done. I don't care who it is.
Would you ever do your eyebrows?
Yes, I need them
Or
done.
lashes?
My lashes? No. What's wrong with my lashes?
No, there's nothing wrong with any of you. I'm just
What's the
giving
matter
you
with you?
well, she gives you
Yes,
two
I would
promotions.
do my eyebrows
Which one
because
you
I
want?
can't stand my. I'm thinking of putting a pencil in there.
Maria, can you do Freddie's eyebrows?
Let's do it. And we'll give you a nice shampoo service.
What
So
shampoo? I got no hair, Maria. Maria, I got no hair,
come in for
Maria.
the full service.
But that's okay. Wishful thinking, honey.
Thank you so
No,
much.
we want you to come in.
I wanna
And
go.
If it's okay, though, really quickly, can I just introduce Vanessa?
Absolutely. Bring her on there. Where is she? Vanessa, get up there. And that's
Hi
fine.
guys. Good
How are
morning.
you? How are you? I know she can't hear
great.
us. Oh, she can't hear us.
Thank you for being here.
Listen, we're gonna go. We're gonna go down there and try to do a show from there. We're gonna have a little party.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a little party
What
called.
was that again?
We're gonna do a little party
Yes,
called
we are. We haven't had our
shampoo.
grand opening yet, so
Oh, you haven't?
we're thinking sometime mid-March. Really, yes.
Another March.
I love it.
Yeah, so you're all invited, yes.
We are gonna take you with us to Meisner Park on March 12th. Business to business. We're
All
gonna
right,
take
all
you
right.
with us. There's gonna be 3,000 people out there, and we take it with us.
Fantastic. I love it. Vanessa, it's a pleasure to
Sounds
meet
great.
you. We look forward to meeting you in person. I can't wait to get.
Yes.
I've never
yes,
done lashes
I'm
yet.
excited.
I need to do my. I can't stand
Your eyebrows?
Eyebrows. I can't
Come on
stand.
in, yes.
Excellent. Thank you,
All right.
ladies. You having fun?
Thank you.
Maria, you're a superstar, honey. Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
ladies.
Oh, no.
Have
You
a
guys
great
make
day.
me the superstar that I am, seriously.
All right, Teddy, we can't wait to see what you look like when you come back. Maybe you won't recognize her.
Maybe.
All right, we'll talk to you all soon. Thanks so much.
Let's take a break so we can bring
We're
some
going to
people.
go to commercial break. When we come back, more with what's going on with Master Network over in the New Dawn Theater. We've got some guests coming on. We're going to talk to the famous Jen G, and she's got a room full of amazing new networkers, so stay tuned. Our phone lines are open, 888-994-4995, and we will be right back.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee, and it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Are you here to be good? Or are you here to be great, outstanding? Hi, my name is Ann Shoshana Dector, and I am an author, motivational speaker, and leadership educator. I share with individuals and businesses the proven tools necessary so that you can make friends with challenges and use them as opportunities to grow from good to better, so you can have it all. Unified, supportive, and creative corporate communities, financial abundance, and a clear mission-driven purpose. Contact me at goodtobetter2020@gmail.com. Grow from good to better in 2020. Work with me individually or ask me to speak at your next event. goodtobetter2020@gmail.com.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on a wonderful Wednesday. Welcome back. That was our mini. You always hear Freddie talking about we're on mini. You're showing the notes to me.
You show the notes that we pass back and forth, communication.
I know, because we've got such a efficient, effective, high-tech way of sharing ideas with each other. We write Post-it notes.
I said, don't do this, don't do that.
Well, here's the thing. There's no other way to do it because everything's on a hot mic. So when our mics are open, if I say to you, Freddie, we need this, everyone else is going to hear it. Or you say to me, so we pass notes like I guess everybody else must do in the industry.
It's the only way to get it fixed.
But that was great. We were at Loft 561. Teddy and Jean were there on location with Mia Stefania and Vanessa. An amazing new place located in East Boca. They've been there since November. They do hair, they do color correction, they do lashes, eyebrow threading, makeup. And Maria has been a longtime friend with you and me in the cafe, even before it was the cafe, I think.
Right?
So I'm really glad that she is now permanently residing in Florida versus New Jersey. So she sort of did a reverse commute. So she's here, and she's going to be our official hair and makeup of the cafe and all of the shows that we produce that are looking for hair and makeup.
And not only that, but they have a grand opening coming. I don't know how you get that from November to now, but grand opening coming. I want to go down there and celebrate.
Because most people don't do a grand opening like we did with old lights and boxes. Only you and I do grand openings without being officially open, but we did it.
You just invited a bunch of gangsters in here.
Well, that was our friends. Those
It was
are our
100
Jews.
people that showed up.
I know.
Everybody brought food. We had enough food for 3 people, for 3 families. And I wanted to cancel because I didn't think everybody was going to show up, and everybody showed up.
We did a potluck Friendsgiving when we moved in. We moved in November 15th. We got the keys. Well, Thanksgiving was, 2 weeks later? There was nothing here but boxes. We were still, I think we might have been out of storage at that point.
Yeah.
And we just said a potluck Friendsgiving. Everyone bring what you want and come. And everyone had a great time. I think we had 100 people.
100 people that were dancing and music, and even B was dancing.
I don't know if B was here.
She
I don't
wasn't
know.
here? Or
It was
the
a
other B?
Thursday.
Where's the other B?
She had school
It
on
was
Thursday.
the other one. The other B.
But it was a lot of great events coming up. The 25th, February 25th, we are doing a party, a celebration of life. But please RSVP. Let us know if you're coming to the event Tuesday night. It's from 4 to 7. Raquel, I hope you join us. It's an open event. Yes,
They're burying me that day,
we're not
Raquel.
burying you at all. We're having a celebration of life. People think it's your birthday, so we can
People
do
think
your
it's my
birthday a month
funeral.
early.
They say, is Freddie dying?
No, Freddie is not.
There
But
will
it's
be a
just-
hearse out front. I guarantee you that.
But talk about an event. It's an event planning. Dignity Memorial is doing this event because they are one of our sponsors, all the dignities in South Florida, and they're just showing you sort of to get your ideas in place so your loved ones don't have to. Make your pre-arrangements, get your pre-planning, get it all taken care of, out of the way, how you want your life celebrated when that time comes. Many years from now, but then it's done. You don't have to worry about it. It's like paying dorm and tuition for your kids. Now you're paying dorm and food for yourself. I don't know. Just get it done. Come on out and have a party with us.
And it's funny because when you are talking about planning these things, everybody throws something at you that you grew up with. And you say, I want to include this. Like, I want a clown. I want to make up people in there. I want to have some fun so that people can have fun. I don't want people coming to cry. You can do that anywhere.
But we talk about events. You never know how you meet people. We've worked with a friend of ours, with Mike, for a while, and he was looking at putting a NFL event together, Super Bowl. So I met this amazing event planner, Raquel, and things changed and the venue changed. But, far be it from me not to keep going with
Now,
our
Raquel,
relationship.
we met Mike 4 years ago
Oh.
at the Starbucks in Meisner. And we were there meeting with him for 2 hours. And we had this big event to do an NFL game at the Orange Bowl for kids that were not drafted. I don't know
They
if
were
he
like
ever put
after
it
the
on.
9th round draft pick, he was putting an event together 2 years ago.
No, it was more than
Maybe.
2. It was more than 2. And that was an interesting scenario, the way that whole thing didn't play out. But I mean, you get a lot of things that come
But you
across
meet
the table.
so many great people while you're working and networking. So we got to meet quickly on a Sunday morning, and I'm glad you're here because Master Network is over in the theater every Wednesday. The Boca chapter, Jennifer Gutschmidt is the president, and Bev D'Amico works with her. 18, 20 new people that were here that have not been here before. You talk about a growing chapter in 3
Yes.
weeks. I don't even know how many great members. What did you think, Raquel?
I thought it was wonderful. It was a great opportunity to meet people that you really wouldn't meet otherwise. And everyone was extremely warm and friendly and welcoming.
And you're pretty new to the area.
I'm brand new from Arizona.
When did you get here?
About 6 months ago.
Oh, so you're pretty. How do you like Florida?
I love
Do you?
Florida. This is so wonderful and it's so green.
Well, coming from Arizona, I guess it's quite green, right?
Yes.
So not only did you pick up a move, you picked up and moved your event planning business here.
Yes, I've been an event planner for 20 years. And I do everything from weddings to, oh gosh, you name it, home parties even. And it is a passion of mine that I've had for even beyond the 20 years. And it's about, making visions come to life and memories that last a lifetime.
I got to tell you, event planning, and I was quickly talking about it. Dignity is working on this event next Tuesday, and Freddie and I don't ever dot our I's and cross our T's when it comes to event. We say come, and whoever comes, comes. If we run out of wine, we open a bottle of something else. If we run out of something else, and we open up another bottle, we pour more coffee, and it is what it is. But event planning probably has a lot more details involved than you and I do an event, Freddie.
I'm going to tell you something. Everybody's always saying Freddie does things by the seat of his parents. Not true. Freddie may make it appear like he's doing things, but there is a reason I do everything. Today, you have Connor sitting in third seat because he's learning how to do this whole progression. So now you can technically move another crew out to do what Teddy's doing in another place.
There's another crew actually out on the road right now.
So there's another crew out on the road, and you're going to put a second crew on the road, and you're going to be able to cover more ground on this show. You can do 3 spots. Nobody does that. So it isn't the seat of my pants.
Not at all.
Not at all. People just don't get it.
So, Freddie, meet Raquel.
Raquel, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great.
So what types of events do you work on?
Primarily, I do weddings, very high-end weddings. I travel all over the world, producing, designing, and making sure, all of the components are all perfectly and flawlessly ready for production.
What's it like doing a wedding here? It's not like, is it like Arizona?
It is, very
Really?
much so, yes.
Would you think Boca Raton was like Arizona? Other than we've got a lot more greenery.
I've never been to Arizona.
You have more rain.
Isn't
That's
Isn't
true.
Arizona
That's
like
true.
desert? The desert?
It is desert, yes. And then we have monsoons, which are big.
Monsoon is a lot of rain.
A lot of rain. So that's one of the things that, is always in any event planning, Mother Nature, or force majeure, as we call it. You never know what we're going to be given. And so you've got to have a plan B, a plan C, and sometimes a plan D.
Force majeure. That's what we're going to start
That's
saying.
in the contract. I've seen that.
Mother Nature at her finest.
Well, wait a minute. What do you do in Arizona? We have a kid from Arizona University.
Arizona,
State.
yes.
We have, as a matter of fact, the
fellow
cafe.
Sun Devil.
The cafe. We have a segment called Cafe in the Desert, because she's in Arizona State. And we was putting this whole thing together. She was gonna do a segment on the air. We should call her now that we can do this. So, what do you do in Arizona, which is very hot and no humidity, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What do you do there? Do you
Swim.
Are they swim? There's no water. It's a desert.
Swimming pool?
Everyone has swimming pools. You
Really?
pull up somehow.
Really?
A swimming pool? Yeah.
I heard that the one with the most ice in the pool is the winner. Is that true? Or is that Texas?
That's not Arizona.
It's Texas.
No.
It's Texas. They put ice in the pool.
Why?
Well, and some people do,
It's so
just to
freaking
cool
hot.
the temperature of the water down, yes.
It's so hot. They
Because
bring
it
a
is
big ice
so
truck.
hot. Yes, it gets over 110 during the summer.
Yeah. And that's in the shade. So you did weddings in Arizona?
Yes.
People get married in Arizona?
She does events every which way, so I'm glad you're here because I wanted you to see our space being used for an event.
Yes.
And
oh,
sort of like
absolutely.
open up your mindset and say, well, I can see doing this type of event and that type of event. And because people ask, what do you do here? We could do anything here,
You
right?
could
It's
do
an open
anything.
venue.
And as we spoke, you have the retractable door. So you have inside, outside.
I know. I need a bigger space.
No, you just bring the party outside. because you're so popular, right?
We have to get a tent. How big of a tent can I put out there before the city shuts me down? Oh, God.
Oh, that's a good idea. You know, right?
It has to be a bubble tent because you have to put AC in. It gets hot
But when
out there.
Raquel was here, we talked about doing a big event, and it's not even worrying about the catering coming in. You set up outside.
Yes.
To her, that was like, of course we set it up outside, and I had never even thought about that.
Do you know we have friends in the tent business?
Yes.
You know that, right?
Yes.
We should ask them to come down and set up a mock tent just to see what it looks like. I can go from the edge of the building straight across, because you can't block the traffic, into here. Ooh, I can hold another 50 people.
Absolutely.
On
As
the
long as we
outside.
don't have a, what's Mother Nature again?
Force majeure.
Force majeure. As long as we don't have a force majeure, we're good.
But that's why you have a tent.
That's why we have a tent, so then we're good on that.
I kind of like that event. We can even marry people here.
You could.
We can even get them divorced here.
Well, we
Freddie's
hope
much
that
bigger on
doesn't
divorce than marriage.
I think there's more money in it.
What other events do you do? Home events, home parties?
Galas, fundraisers, bar and bar mitzvahs, just you name it, anything.
And you do everything across the board? Everything that's needed?
Everything.
Food, wine,
Yes.
liquor, the whole nine?
The whole 9 yards.
Wow.
And I have to tell you, when I was working with Raquel that weekend, it was boom, boom, boom. You had it. And I gave you some contacts, and you had everything lined up. Within 24 hours, you knew who your caterer was, what you were doing for chairs, you had everything was prearranged and ready to rock and roll.
So if I give you a space and say, okay, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, can you help me put together so people can have the most fabulous time?
Absolutely.
I kind of like that.
Mia, you have her lower third?
Yeah.
And you're doing everything from Boca. Any special events that you like doing the most, or anything?
No, because they're all great. Everyone has a special, meaning to it, and the best part of any event, really truly, is at the very end of the night when it's over, and you can see how everyone had such a great time, and everyone who was involved in it, no matter if it's the lighting, the floral, the band, everybody is like doing a high five because it was so fabulous, and they want to do it again.
And the host and hostess can sit back and enjoy their party. That's the most important thing, and that's where my parties at my home always sort of fall short, because I don't bring extra people in because I think, I can do it myself. And then I get so stressed out. And I've seen this with my friends also. They say, come for a dinner party, and they're stressed. Mm-hmm. They've been cooking for 3 days, and they're stressed. And they run around, and they're doing the dishes, and no one gets to enjoy their event.
Right.
Because you're so stressed, and you think you got it. Well, you got it, but then you're not happy. But not you.
I have a good time.
You have a good time everywhere.
Of course. What am I going to get stressed for? You're going to have a party to be stressed for that.
Yeah,
And stay in the closet
People
somewhere.
like me, we can call Raquel, and she can take all that stress and worry out of it.
Well, I would
and it's
love to
done.
see somebody do it because then it gives me more chance to have a little more fun.
We should have Raquel come in and do a whole event, mock-up party for something.
Let's do that. Why don't you bring in, I don't know, what should we do?
What kind of party should we do?
Let me see. There's a birthday coming up.
Oh yeah, we do have those coming up
We
next
have a
month, don't
birthday.
we?
Do you know that you and I have never celebrated our birthday in-house? We always went out-house. That's not right. Wait a minute. Out-house. That doesn't sound right. You know what I mean. We've always gone on the outside.
No, we did 2 years ago. We were at the gallery, but then it got too big, and then we started having to take it out. But now we've got enough space that we can do it in-house again.
So we should do it in-house.
Our birthdays are 5 days apart.
Wow.
Next
but
month.
20 years apart, but 5 years. I want to come in on a horse.
You can come in a horse, and I can come in a carriage, and then it's good to go. We're
She
so
always has the car.
crazy. There's a unicorn.
She
We
can
can ride it. I
I
can
can
ride it
ride
on
that,
a unicorn.
sorry.
Oh my gosh, I was with someone last night who had. Yeah, I can't even tell you. I'll tell you off air what she had on.
She had a unicorn? I saw the picture.
I hope not.
I saw it.
That I guarantee.
Somebody put it on her Facebook. She was trying on clothes.
That I guarantee you didn't see. But yes, it was really kind of funny.
She
But
don't
that would be
fit in
kind of
that
fun. We
dress.
should do a birthday party.
Why not? I think that's the next one. And March is shaping up to be such a busy month.
So on March 12th, we're going to be at Meisner Park working with Nostalgic America. And yes, that has been officially confirmed by Meisner Park that the Brooklyn Cafe Show will be doing a cafe after-hours show right before the Stones event, which is March 12th from 4 until 7. It's a B2B networking event, which is amazing. And then after that, it's a Rolling Stones tribute band on the 12th. And then on the 20th, there's a Queen tribute band. And then on the 28th, there's an ABBA tribute band, all at Meisner Park, all in the amphitheater. And there is a roof that is being installed next month because of rainy season. So rain or shine, this event is taking place. Yes?
Loss. Gain? Look, I don't know what this means.
Her gain was too high.
What did say? Lower the gain. What are you talking about?
He's playing word games with me. You know those puzzles where you say something is above that, you got to figure it out, like on the Ellen show?
Now, can you get in touch with the lady with the puzzles?
Yes.
I won a 2,500 piece puzzle.
Okay.
And the interns and the producers are all going to get together, and we're going to have a party during our birthday party, whatever. And they have to figure out how to put it together.
Okay.
And we're going to give them 1 hour. At the end of 1 hour, you have to take it all apart and start all over again. Remember when we did that before?
Yes, we have a great person. She makes 3D puzzles, and they're
The size
12
of the
feet?
wall. Yeah, the size of this huge.
And we
they-
never had room, but now we've got room for it.
And people have to get together to put it together.
So I think that'll be a great idea.
I think it'll be fun.
I'll get in touch with her and we'll do that. I'm just waiting
Now,
for the
when is the
graphic.
play for Waking Up?
It is the 8th and 9th, Waking Kaya at FAU, another fantastic event. It's about two sisters in Sierra Leone.
8th and 9th of what?
March. A
8th and
Saturday
9th.
night and Sunday at FAU Auditorium. It's Saturday night at 7, and then on Sunday it's a matinee at 2, and then a 7 o'clock evening performance, Waking Kaya, about these two sisters, and talk about a multicultural play from music to dance to ballet to the story, the playwright. It's going to be spectacular.
We're trying to organize them to have a rehearsal here.
Yes.
So we can put cameras and invite people in and watch a whole rehearsal take place here. We have some fun with this. Could be a whole bunch of goodness going with
A
that.
lot of events, and I'm glad you got to meet some great people here.
Yes, thank you.
On the
Thanks for
networking,
opportunity.
people that you didn't know.
Right, yes. And to meet both of you and see you again.
Yes. What's it like to move and you've got grown kids and actually start over, meet new people?
It's fun. It's an adventure.
It's different because when you're younger, you meet your friends through kids in school.
Right.
And then it becomes totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Florida?
I love Florida.
What's my name?
I love the.
You like it
being
here?
Yes.
You know, I went to Tampa because I made a right instead of making a left when you're coming down I-95. Don't ask me why, I just did that. And I stayed in Tampa for 2 years. And I'm going to tell you, and if you live in Tampa, don't get mad at me, I know Gio's out there. My goodness gracious. I came here, I saw the ocean here. At the time it was blue, it wasn't brown. And I loved it, and I stayed ever since. But New York City still is in my heart. I just can't stand the snow. Now, it doesn't snow in Arizona, but I understand it does get cold there at night.
It does snow.
It does snow.
It does snow, and it snowed this year.
Arizona
Wow.
out. Huh?
Snows in the mountains.
Are
of
you in the
Arizona.
mountains?
Mount Lemon is 45 minutes.
Mount Lemon?
From Tucson.
That's a real place?
Where we moved from, and there's snow every year.
Mount Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should go on the road and do a show from Mount Lemon.
Let's ask, how far is she at Arizona State? Is that where Arizona
Yeah.
is? Her name is Steph, but we call her Arizona.
So Arizona State is in Tempe, and that's my alma mater.
That's where you went to school?
I am a Sun Devil, yes. But we lived in Tucson, and that is University of Arizona, which my husband is an alma mater. So we are a house divided, as they say in Arizona, but a good house divided.
You have a great stadium, Sun Devil Stadium.
We have a fabulous stadium. Oh, it's the best.
I used to watch football when I was growing up as a kid from Sun Devil Stadium, and I love your helmet. It has that little red devil.
The fork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, in the day, it used to be a devil holding the fork.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just a fork. But I was a big Sun Devil fan. I didn't even know where they were located. I was a kid. I didn't
Because
know
you
where.
like the devil. I told
used
you,
to
I don't know
love
how
college
your
football.
poor parents, that's all I can say.
I used to love college football. I didn't know where the schools were
Really?
geographically, but I used to watch. Yeah, I was a big Penn State fan. I don't even know it was in Pennsylvania somewhere.
How can people get in touch with you, Raquel? Your number?
My phone number, I still have my Arizona phone number. It's area code 480-560-1456. I also have a website. It's RaquelGelsonWeddings.com. And I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
Excellent. If
excited.
you have an event that you want to coordinate, you come down here. We'll sit with her and bring you over. We'll have some champagne.
Big, small, you name it. Oh, you know what we could do?
All right, here we go.
Maybe we could set up a little like space so you can share your ideas.
Sure.
That'd be kind of cool, right? A whole like event space so people can look, oh, I like this and I like this and type of thing.
I think that's the best way of doing it.
We need a bigger boat.
I told you. I said, me and DJ were talking about this. I need a bigger boat.
That's what the landlord said. We've been here for 3 months. We were in a room this big for 2.5 years. And we thought, how are we ever going to fill this space? And now we've got a piano coming and event space and an art show.
I want theater sitting. I want theater seating. Theater seating. That's what I want.
Theater seating.
That's what I've always dreamt of. And I pick ain't got nothing on me. I got seats when you sit down, they're going to have speakers in them.
FredX.
When
Event
are we
planning
doing
brought to you
FredX?
by Raquel.
FredX, when are we doing that? I
do
got
it.
so many people ready to go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we've got Actually Speaking with Ann Dector joining us on set. Actually, Freddie. She's got a friend joining her, and maybe we'll get Jen G from Master Network to sit on set too.
She's busy.
888-994-4995, and we'll get to see what Teddy looks like after her first eyebrow threading. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Does your business MobiPop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
excited about with this new part of the reef is to see what happens with the animals moving from one side to the other and what the growth will be from 10 years worth of mature corals and sponges and things, and what the movement will be onto the new reef.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. Ring your bell. Don't be apprehensive. Ring that.
I am stressed.
Anne brings her groupies with her.
Does she?
I have my groupies. I have my groupies.
Bring them all down, B. Hi, ladies. How you doing? Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show on a wonderful Wednesday.
Too much game.
We've got Ann Dector with us. We're actually speaking with Ann, according to Freddie. Actually Freddie. But we're going to get into that on our last hour. And all morning we've actually had Master Networks here with Jennifer Gutschmidt running the Boca Raton chapter of Master Network. What a great event. I have to tell you, talk about a level of professionalism. They do their event. They're very precise. They start on time. They end on time. People network. They learn. They get different tips on how to network. And then some come in, some don't. They're very organized.
I get very nervous.
Well, everything Jen does is always top shelf.
But I'm not that organized.
Yeah, I know.
So when they organize, I get a little nervous.
But it was great, and actually I was glad that Rachel was joining us because I met Rachel a couple weeks ago, maybe more, a Super Bowl. We were putting an event together with her, and they changed the venue, but you never know who you meet in the course of a day or on a Sunday. And you got to meet her, Ann. She does event planning. She recently moved here from Arizona, and she does anything from bar and bat mitzvahs to weddings to home parties, and we're talking about doing some photo shoots because, and you guys getting married, Freddie, close your ears on this one. I just heard that big news. Big news is that Disney has just come up with a wedding princess line of wedding gowns that is going to be offered at Kleinfeld's. Yes, so can you imagine actually doing a shoot here, a wedding dress shoot for all the Disney princess dresses? I'm going to call it because I can't imagine how spectacular that is going to be. So just saying, I think that would be amazing.
I think that would be amazing. I've already been married twice. So I think my wedding days are done. I'm happy to see my sons get married.
Wait, did you wear a princess dress?
No, I actually, the first time my mother made me my dress, it was absolutely gorgeous. And the second time I bought a very simple dress. It was a very simple affair. But do I have a fantasy about being a Disney princess? Absolutely.
Do you?
Oh my God. I have no boys, and I was so upset with my brother because he has the only girl in the family. So they came to Florida and they took my 5-year-old niece to Disney, and I wanted to do the Betty Boop and the whole, Disney princess, and it didn't get to happen, but maybe 1 year old.
You could do the Betty Boop. I have an outfit in the back. You want to wear it?
I have a life-size Betty
No, I
Boop
want
in
to
my
do.
house.
It's called, no, so not Betty Boop. It's called Bippity Boopity Bop or something
Oh
like
yes,
that.
the princess where you get
the
your hair and
princess
makeup
store.
done.
So I want to go there, and I don't know if they'll have a dress big enough for me, but maybe that's something we can suggest to Disney, that they do it for adults, because
they
especially us
are.
women who've never had girls.
I can paint a dot on you all you want. A spray paint. I got spray paint in the bag. We'll make you all dotted up.
We'll have Maria do a whole new wedding, everything. But wouldn't that be great to do a Disney wedding princess wedding dress shoot here?
Okay.
Mia says yes. All right, you don't have to come, but for me,
But Mia wants to get married. Mia, you want to get married, right? Are you getting married soon?
Not soon.
You haven't met Mr. Right yet?
Nope.
Oh boy, I forgot.
We'll talk about weddings. I'm very happy to introduce an incredible woman that I don't feel married to, but I'm married to the cause.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make it? We're married to the
Yes,
cause.
we are married to
I
the
think I
cause.
think that's truly what it really feels like. I'd like to introduce everybody to Brigitte Brand, the president of the local chapter of WITSO, the chapter Boca High. She is outspoken. She is a
Not
little bit
today.
nervous right now. But she is awesome in leading us towards making an incredible impact. So welcome, Brigitte.
Thank you.
What do you make an impact in? Let's talk a little bit about
So
WITSO,
I'm
what you
gonna
do.
talk a little bit about
Petite.
Weasel.
Little bit.
Petite, a
Petite.
little bit.
Of weasel?
Weasel,
Weasel.
yeah.
Not
It's,
Okay,
weasel.
let's
No.
explain. Yeah, but he
Weasel.
doesn't. Freddie doesn't know what WITSO is, so
Okay,
and
weasel-
probably a lot of people
I know what a
don't.
weasel is.
So let's explain. It's WIZO.
Zio, yeah.
So
Women International Zionist Organization.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clearing that
So
up.
we just have to explain because not everyone knows what it is. So let's just explain what the organization is. You got to go? All right, just leave that and we'll see you mañana. Hasta mañana. Do I sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Not
No.
even close.
Not even close.
Not even close, sorry. So let's explain what WIZO is, what it does, and your affiliation with it.
So WIZO is an organization that is this year 100 years old. It has been created 100 years ago for kids and women who are in distress and needed help. Today we are in 53 countries, 250,000 members, and United States is the biggest organization chapter for WIZO. So we have like United States have 13 chapter, 13 center in Israel, and they take care of kids and women in distress and elderly. But it's not just over there. The people live there.
They have
People-
homes. They have homes that they built for.
So if one day you come to one of our events, some speaker, they will tell you that they have been put through away by their parents, and they grew up there, and some were dancers, some were musicians. So
What is the
we-
mission of WIZO?
The mission is we have center in Israel for kids, women in distress, and so we try to
Support
get
them,
we
take care
support
of
them,
them.
take care of them.
From infancy to growing up, sending them to schools,
Yeah.
making sure they have an education, a way to support themselves. It's a truly phenomenal organization. I'm like I said, I'm married to the cause. Love Brigitte, love the group of women, all international. And we have an event coming up, which I would like to invite anybody interested in coming to.
Hi, how are you?
It's on March 5th. We're doing Persian cooking, and I will be giving a lecture, Igniting Your Inner
Yeah.
Queen.
Who's cooking? Not
It's-
me.
Oh no, it's
Not Jen.
it's a chef, Iris.
Oh, okay, good.
She'll be teaching us how to create some incredible Persian dishes in time with the Jewish holiday of Purim. Everyone is welcome who wants to make an impact.
Now, men are welcome to these events?
Just women.
Just women. So don't
Just
say
women.
everyone's
Oh, you're
welcome.
right.
All women are welcome.
All women
Yeah.
are welcome. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, so am I.
Sometimes
I'll
we
bring you
have
some
men.
food back.
Okay, let's
Sometimes we
continue.
have men too.
Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
It's important that men learn from your learning, from your teaching, that men learn this
We
thing.
have some event where men comes.
Oh, very nice. We have some men event. We
but
invite some women.
You know, women when they are alone, they are much more fun. they let themselves out.
Really?
Yes.
Not for me anyway.
I'm not going to say anything on the grounds that I may incriminate myself.
Yeah, don't say that's
but
good.
that happens to be very true.
We had an amazing event just last Sunday.
Yeah, last
it
Sunday,
was
yeah.
our breathing and meditation event. It was phenomenal. We got together, we learned, we had a speaker that talked about breathing and relaxing and just the bottom line is that this mission, this organization is completely in alignment with everything I'm all about, which is about making an impact. And I just spoke recently at the Rotary Club of Boca, and it was so amazing to talk to a group of businessmen who they're all about and understanding that right now it's all about making an impact.
I think you're going to say right now it's all about women.
I'm
kidding.
speechless.
Because I know your platform is about, and you say this is the year, this is the time that women are coming into power. So I was waiting for you to say, I met with the Rotary Club, and all these men say, yes, this is the year that women
But there's
are
nothing
going.
wrong with that. I'm going to tell you, if a guy, it's been, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, if you don't look around you and see what's going on, either you're blind or you're in denial. It's really, really simple. This is the stage of women coming forward, and doing better. I mean, I see more women movies. We got to the moon because of 4 black women who figured it out, and he just came out in the movie. And there's a lot of truth. Even history is being rewritten about women's input into how famous kings and queens change history. So, if a guy is so afraid of looking at the truth, well, he has a problem. That's all I can say.
You're so surrounded by women.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me. Listen, and Jen G here is one of the most phenomenal women who has done things that only men can wish they had. She's bought and sold businesses. She has been in the game longer than anybody
phrased
else.
that beautifully.
But it's true.
You have a way with, I must say.
But
You
it
have a way
happens
with
to
words
be
sometimes.
it happens to be true.
Yes.
And I want to make sure that you understand not all men are created equal. Some of us want you guys to be empowered,
to be out there in front.
to teach us, because you know something, we messed this planet up pretty bad. I think it's time we let somebody else
But
take a
I
turn.
think we have to understand it's only since 1982 in the United States. It was from Europe. And I remember the mother-in-law of my sister, she was in WISO, and it was only old women. So they start with older women to give them something to do,
Yeah.
And now I am the oldest one in the group, so I'm still young, so they're very young, And so I guess it started 100 years ago by a grandmother who had to do something for
Or felt like they
the
wanted
community.
to. Yes, they wanted to give back to the community.
And then young people are going in, and it's
And that's
only
important
women.
that you
Yeah.
get young people involved.
Yeah.
I heard Saudi Arabia just approved women to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Just.
Are you kidding me? That's the
And
most ridiculous thing I've ever
It's
heard.
a
Why
great
hasn't
way
it
to
happened
network also.
100 years ago? Why is there a right to drive? It makes no sense to me.
Different cultures believe in different things.
And that's the beautiful thing about WITSO is that everybody is coming from different cultures at this most recent event. I was asked to give up, and Brigitte asks me each week we get together, or each time we have an event, to do the pensée du jour.
Pensée du jour. Yeah.
In French, it means the energy of the week. What's going on? What we can learn from the week. So what inspired me was the fact that here I am surrounded with such beautiful women from all different cultures, from Turkey, from South America, from France,
Switzerland.
from Switzerland, from all over. But the one unifying factor was that everybody wanted to make an impact.
Of course.
And that's what we're seeing also, Freddie, in corporations. And we're seeing it among the younger, like the millennials, the younger generations, is there's this added element now of, I want to make an impact, that whatever I do, I want it to have meaning, I want it to have purpose, I want it to give me the impetus to get up in the morning with passion and with joy and with purpose. So, but a lot of people are not yet really sure what that impact is. So this is a lot of the work that I've been doing lately, and it's kind of organic, like we talk about in this show. When Brigitte came on, she goes, "What are we talking about?" I go, "It's organic. We're just gonna you know, we're
I
gonna.
mean, me personally, I'm in this country since 25 years. My life is, I'm born in Morocco, I study in France, I live in Canada, I live in Hong Kong, met my husband there, was German, lived 12 years in Germany, and came in this country.
So you've seen many different countries.
Yeah, so the world, people ask me, where do you like it the most? I say, where my house is. And my family is. That's it.
That's a good point of view.
So,
and where I get to make an impact.
I've been 25 years here, and I tried to find an organization where I could help, and they just wanted the money. The money, the money, the money. And I wanted something where I put myself and I do for myself. And really, this organization, what I like in them is you have open book, you can see all their book, and 95 to 96% of the money goes to the center.
Love
And
the way she
so-
says Monet,
so
don't
the
you?
Monet.
Yes. Monet.
So the day I saw that, I say, yes, I will join, yes, I will get involved.
And the money is used to empower more women causes?
And children.
Like Farm
They
City
take
and
care of
children?
children.
Children,
They take
there's
care.
a center in Israel.
Many
we have
The
center
monies
in
go back.
Israel. Yeah.
Are you raising the monies here, doing events
Yes,
and things
but
of
we
that
give
nature?
back here. Here we give back. For example, now we have find out that kids need candy in the hospital, so we're gonna make bags and go to Jody Maggio. And we give back here. We give back to Jacob Shoes. We give back to Big Mama. We give back a lot here because I mean we live here. We have to give
Right.
first here before we send you somewhere
What
else.
kind of events do you do? I'm kind of curious.
All kind of events. If you want to have an idea and you want to come and
Freddie,
she's inviting you,
be the
Freddie.
dancer, be my guest.
You wanna be the dancer?
I got an invitation. Hey,
Yeah,
I gotta
I
wear a
like
dress.
that.
No, look at you.
What I would,
Anything,
what I would,
anything.
what I would like to do, you know,
Yes.
I would like to do an all-woman panel, powerful women in America, making an impact and helping those less fortunate, helping people that want to grow in the business, people that want to learn this trade. I mean, this is why you see all these producers are here. They're all learning the business. These are all volunteers.
Yeah.
They all come forward on their
We
time.
are all volunteer too.
But I would like to put a panel, you know, Jen,
Yeah.
you put it up front and personal because Jen does a deal better than anybody else, and bring in other women that we know, including yourself, including Ann, and you talk the walk and you
That's
show
so
them.
funny that you just said that.
Good.
Why is that
Including me.
funny?
I never think of including me. I always think of
Why?
because I always think of this for everybody else. I
No,
never
but
would have
you're
ever
like-
thought about that. It's not funny.
No.
It's funny because 4.5 years ago, I said to her, come and work with me, and she said no.
I got nothing to say.
8 years ago, and she said no, I got nothing to talk about. And Dawn is always extending the elbow because she never believes that she can stand up there and teach people as
I
much
know
as
I
a man.
can, but it's just not about that. It's about presenting everybody else. And you had an amazing, and you should really
And she's
start
changing the
coming on
subject
I
again
need
on
to come on
purpose.
Wednesdays. That means I have to get up earlier and get
well,
here
not really. It starts at
earlier.
11:30.
Starts at 11:30. So.
But you had
I
such
already
a great,
did 2 meetings prior to this.
a great
so-
turnout today.
We did a great job. Yeah.
People were really into it today.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
I
good.
saw. There's a lot of intensity going
Yeah.
on today, which
Because
is
as
nice.
I say, Jen G is all about truth
Yeah.
and authenticity.
Yep.
And when she gets up there and talks, people know that she's all about making an impact.
Yeah, I mean it. Yeah.
And she means it. And I love that about
And
her.
you know that example you use about being a warrior and all this and going, you're looking at one right
you have
there.
to see how that went over at my recent keynote. I
gotta
mean,
be
I
a
said-
warrior.
I said that. I
Be
got
a
up there and I
warrior.
said the 3 keys for making an impact and for having purpose and meaning in your life is you got to get up and you got to go to war. And it was like, go to war.
Well, I always take it another step. I always say, be an unapologetic warrior. That's it. That you're a warrior,
take
you
no
believe in that
prisoners.
cause. Be an unapologetic warrior. Believe in what you believe and own it. And that's it.
I love it because she'll get up on a chair. She's an unapologetic warrior.
That's
she'll
it.
get up on a chair and she'll says, "Give me the money. I'm raising it for Weetzel."
Yes,
and
yes.
it's like no one can say no because it's so truthful.
Because you know, the more authentic you are, the more natural you are, and the more
right.
people like you.
Yeah.
They don't. People have enough of superficial things
100%.
around in their life.
Yeah.
So they want to have natural. And I am who I am. You know, at my age, I'm not playing a game anymore. That's it.
I was
it.
19
Yeah.
once, so.
I did it. I made it.
Now, I want to ask, as a man's perspective, closing a deal requires you to say, this is what it costs. And I use the example that you taught me, by the way. Thank you very much. I
You're
learned
very
a lesson that way. This is what it costs, and there's a yin and a yang to this thing, and this is what it is. Do you think more women, and I'm putting myself out there, more women than men have a more difficult time asking to close the deal? You don't say nothing. Closing the deal about, this is what it costs, here's your bill. Give me the money.
All right, I have a way to answer it in 3 seconds, and then I want everyone else to chime in. I think it's all about what is your motivating force? What is your consciousness that you're coming from? If you're coming from a really authentic place of, this is my vision, this is the impact I want to make, you're giving me the money because I want to heal the world, they're going to throw the money at you.
But you feel justified in
That's
asking
for a
for it?
cause. What about for business?
I think the cause, you have to attach yourself to a vision and an impact for something bigger than yourself, even in business. Jen, what do you think about this?
Oh no, I know what I bring is value, and I will get and I know I've talked to Freddie and Dawn about this a bunch of times. We have walked away from deals where they were not willing to meet our price, and I said, I don't know, I can't help you.
But
this
was
is our
it
bottom
just
line.
about price, or was there something else about the deal? Like you didn't, the people, it wasn't a
Well,
good synergy, it wasn't a good, something just was off.
No, it was about the fact that they were trying to negotiate something that we wouldn't do. It's very difficult being a female in a male tech world, and typically most of my negotiations are with men, so there is that kind of power play that goes. And so when they say, well, we'll give you this, no, that's not on the table. So
They're
thank
undervalued.
you.
They're
And,
undervalued.
I walk away. I've walked away from some huge deals. Now, some of them have come back and said, yeah, fun fact, we can't find anybody who does what you do. And I'm like, no, I know. That's why this is the price. And then we have people who walk away and we never hear from them again. But I do hold a very strict line with what the value is. And I will not deviate from
That's
it.
because you value yourself. So what
Well,
I'm
yeah.
saying, I'm taking it to a different place, okay?
Yeah, I totally get that, yeah.
What I'm saying is that people are buying the fact that not only your product, which is stellar,
Right.
but they're buying what's behind it, and the creator is
Yeah.
you who value yourself,
Right.
and that is going into everything that you do. That's what they're buying.
Right.
Because if they felt that it was just about the product, if there were two similar products, two similar values,
Right.
and there's you and there's somebody else, the person that believes in the product, the person that holds himself to a higher standard, that person is the person that they're going to hang
Right.
their hat with.
100%.
That's what I'm trying to get at. And
You're right.
I've turned down business because people have not understood or resonated with that.
Right.
And that's what I'm asking
Right,
you.
yeah. No, people sometimes don't resonate. That's fine. There are people that will resonate, and there are people that won't. And there are people kind of in the middle who they're not sure if they resonate, but they're trying because of whatever's in them to get something from somebody else to undervalue those people, and those people don't work with either.
So you will hold on to your values because you're confident you know that your product is worth the number. And this is the yin and the
Yep.
yang that
Yep.
you taught
Yep.
me.
Absolutely.
But then now I'm going to switch it. Now B, where's B? She's not even here.
Wait,
Where the
can
hell
I
is she
just
go?
hear from Brigitte for a
Yes,
second?
but I have a
Brigitte,
question.
I do the same thing with...
Okay.
I think that if you are a salesperson, you are a salesperson.
And if you're not?
And if you're not, it's difficult for you.
That's right. She's 100% right.
So my husband always say, I lost my husband 12 years ago. And my husband always say, we were in Germany in the textile business. We had our company and we moved here. We bought a hotel.
Okay.
And my husband always say, if I can sell shirt, I can sell room. I can sell peanuts. I can
Yep.
sell anything.
Right. Yeah.
So I think if you believe in your product, like I believe when I sell something in a Wizo, I say Viso because in French we say Viso, but it's Wizo. In the Wizo, if I sell something, I know how to sell it because I believe in it and I know that I want. So, I mean, I am as well Jewish Moroccan, so we have that in blood a little bit.
So you're okay asking to close a deal. This is what it's
I
gonna
am
cost.
okay.
And you
But
and
only
you will
when
stand
you
firm.
believe in it.
When I believe in it. I was never able to sell a shirt or a pull, anything
No,
we
for
were
your
doing.
cause, your organization.
If I didn't like it, or if I didn't believe in it. So
Okay.
I always only concentrate in what I believe and because basically when you sell something, you want the people to be successful. Then that's the only way for them to come back to you. If you sell them, and that's what's happened a little bit here, it's always short-term contract or short-term business. I look always long-term business.
And then it's the execution and the relationship. We were talking about this today. I was telling Teddy a little bit too. Women in business and women in organizations have a different relationship with each other than men in business. Not that one is better, it's just different on the relationship. My analogy was men on the golf course,
Yeah,
men
we
going
argued
out
about
for a
that
bar.
too.
Women may not go to the golf course. Maybe they go shopping. Maybe they go to the gym. Maybe they get zapped and we work out like some crazy stuff. But it's the relationship behind whatever it is that resonates with you and that other person. It's always a relationship of some sort. And that builds business. That builds your passion. So I think when women are in organizations that give back to women and children, sometimes it's easier when it's just women. If you're stepping out of your comfort zone and you've always been home with your spouse or raising your children, you want to get out and network for a cause, maybe it's intimidating if there's women and men there. For some people. For me and Jen, fill a room with men and women and we're good. I don't care. But maybe 20 years ago, I would have been more comfortable walking into a room of women.
But you know,
because I
it'll
would have felt
suffice you to know that in this new incarnation, and we're going to talk about reincarnation a little bit today, in this new incarnation of my life, after having raised my children and helped my husband build his career, working on mine, reigniting it, it's yes, walking into a room with a bunch of men is not easy for me. So Jen, I need to learn from you a little more.
Oh, yeah.
Practice,
Welcome
and
to
more.
my world.
practice, and more practice. So walking into this room of 100 men, you know, I had to say to myself, there's no difference. Everybody wants to make an impact, men or women. It's all the same message. But yes, there is definitely a different way. When I'm in Witso with my women, it's more relationship based. We talk more about what we can do to.
I mean, we have our small,
You're more comfortable.
Sometimes it's difficult. Some people can
I
be
bet it
difficult.
is. I bet it's more than sometimes.
I learned from
a whole lot more than sometimes. Isn't that
pass the salt?
But the funny, I
potatoes.
think that the funny thing here is that before you walk into that room, it ain't easy for me to walk in with 100 guys in there and sell a deal either. I think that we are pre-programming ourselves to believe that. And this is the real question I wanted to ask leading up to this. So let's say Teddy, a female, and I need her to close a deal, and I need her to go out and negotiate a deal, and I know Teddy a little bit, and Teddy's gotten better. Will she close the deal? Is it easier for you to teach someone?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Teach someone, like a Teddy, like a Mia. B's the one I wanted to use because she's Miss Shyness. The shyer they are, is it easier for you to teach them to close? Man, woman, or children, can you do it?
I think for me, the close comes from my vision and passion. So no matter
That's on you.
No matter how nervous I am, I just keep bringing into the forefront. I'm here because I want to make an impact, blah, blah, blah. And that keeps me steady and focused.
But can you teach that to them?
I can teach them to connect with their vision and focus and passion. Yes, I can.
Okay.
That I can teach them.
Okay.
How do people find you?
Good to better 2020@gmail.com.
You want to ask Jen the same question?
I'm waiting.
What?
Can you teach someone like Teddy how to close?
Well, Teddy will close every time because I know Teddy and Teddy can close. Can I teach someone to close? No. I can't teach someone to close.
Now that I find fascinating.
I can't teach
That
someone
is
to
not
close.
what I expected.
Can you?
Absolutely.
I cannot. I can teach someone to empower themselves so they believe in their message, but I can't teach someone to close. In my opinion, and I can be wrong, there is no set close because when you are walking into a potential client, they throw at you a whole slew of different things. And if it's not innate in you, in my opinion, to think on your feet and to be able to problem solve in the moment, it's very difficult to close. Now, over experience, and if I expose people to that situation enough times, can they close? Yes. they can.
I think you just answered the question. Yes, you can.
But it's
They have
not,
to
I
believe
can't
in it.
teach them. They have to be exposed to the experience, and they have to then decide what's in it in them that they can do it. But it's, if I did a class, right? So all these business classes don't write to me. But if I did a class, I'm like, I'm going to teach you the art of the close, right? That's very popular. No. It's exposing people to what they're uncomfortable with and how they can overcome objections. And that's the bottom line of the close, overcoming objections. And that's it.
I'll tell you this what Jen's saying about the adaptability part. When I went to this event and they told me I had 30 minutes to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Then because of all business that they had, now I have 15 minutes to speak, cut in half. You talk about adaptability
Yeah, that's the
and,
game.
and just on your toes.
Mhm.
Like I went through my head, everything I had, cut it down, reorganized it in my head, did what I had to do. But again, that comes through number one, experience.
Mhm.
And number two, again, it's my vision and my passion for what I'm here to do that guides me. And I kept saying to myself that no matter what comes out, it's going to be fine. Because this is the situation I'm finding myself in. This is what it's going to be. So instead of being like, we have what I see in my private practice and when I go into the world is that there are two ways people typically react to challenges. One, okay, so this is a challenge. I'm going from 30 minutes to a 15-minute situation.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. What am I going to do? Am I going to, number one, roll up into a ball like a victim and cry, woe's me? Or am I going to, what did you say, the warrior? The
Unapologetic warrior.
Or am I going to be an unapologetic warrior? Am I going to come out fighting?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I fought.
Fight.
I fought.
Yeah, you're fine.
But I think, can we teach people to fight?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Yes.
I think
Or to
so.
stand up for what they believe in. Let's
Yes.
go to commercial break. When we come back, you having fun here, Freddie?
I'm having a blast.
888-994-4995. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Are you here to be good? Or are you here to be great, outstanding? Hi, my name is Ann Shoshana Dector, and I am an author, motivational speaker, and leadership educator. I share with individuals and businesses the proven tools necessary so that you can make friends with challenges and use them as opportunities to grow from good to better, so you can have it all. Unified, supportive, and creative corporate communities, financial abundance, and a clear mission-driven purpose. Contact me at goodtobetter2020@gmail.com. Grow from good to better in 2020. Work with me individually or ask me to speak at your next event. goodtobetter2020@gmail.com.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
One Drop, we explore what's happening and find the hidden causes so that you know what your body specifically needs for optimal health. No guesswork here. We'll set up a plan and the microscope will show the powerful effects of simple protocols combined with low-cost, organic, plant-based supplements. We can then verify the body's monthly detoxing and healing process. The microscope, a powerful tool to help you make educated decisions regarding your health. Contact us at explorewellnessworld.com or call us at 310-999-3433.
excited about with this new part of the reef is to see what happens with the animals moving from one side to the other and what the growth will be from 10 years worth of mature corals and sponges and things, and what the movement will be onto the new reef.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Ring the bell. What
And that's so
I
sad.
know. And what is that?
I'm not allowed to ring the bell anymore.
I want
What is that? What
a
is that?
blinged bell. This is just so.
You want a blingy bell? Here, try this one.
You want this one? You want this bell?
It's on the wrist.
I got a cowbell over there. I almost said something wrong about that. I have a cowbell. You want me to bring a cowbell?
And welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show on a wonderful Wednesday. What a day, what a Wednesday. I got to tell you, I don't like that the weeks go so fast, because then it's the weekends and then it's another week, and every morning I wake up. I love waking up every day and coming into the studio, because I don't call it work. I love doing what we do. And I don't love weekends so much because I'm not supposed to be doing that. So when I come here Monday through Friday, it's all good. And now it's already Wednesday. It's already like the other side of the week coming forward.
You know, you got to learn how to enjoy life.
But she does.
But I
Freddie.
do. I enjoy nothing more than I enjoy is being surrounded by our friends, by watching our crew, by having them learn, by this vision you had of the mini, of doing it twice in the past 3 days, of being on remote, on a new set, on couches, not on the table, changing it up, and just changing the vision of everything we've talked about for all these years, that it keeps growing.
4 years to get it
I
done.
love that.
Now we're going to try something new, a new bucket list.
Okay.
We are going to do 2 mini-minis.
We got to go to Jen's, by
Maybe
the
we
way.
go to Jen first,
Yeah,
and then we go to
let's get it
Carmen.
done.
Go to Leslie.
Absolutely.
On the same day, we're going to do 2 minis, one in the 1 hour and one in the other hour. I want to see if it works. And I know it works because she's good at it now.
Yeah, and she's got Jean going with her, which is incredible. And it's all about you talk about learning how to close. It's like learning to do anything, and you're training everyone here. You've got Connor on sound, Mia's running board, Teddy, and everyone's running third chair. It's just about what you learn and how you do it.
And you got to keep learning. Isn't life about learning? You know, this is why I say men have to learn. he who does not read history, you're the history
Doomed
teacher,
to repeat it.
is doomed to repeat it, right? Napoleon learned that lesson the hard way, didn't he?
Well, everybody who tried to invade Russia learned that.
In the winter.
That's right.
Try maybe doing it in the springtime might be a little better.
Try
There's
not
no
to.
spring in Russia.
Just try not to. But if you don't learn from your mistakes, if you don't learn from history, you're going to make mistakes.
Guess what happens? If this is such a great segue into
Exactly.
the,
And what happens?
The weekly energy boost. What happens is if you don't learn from your mistakes, guess what? You're going to come back.
Yeah, it's a fact.
And you're going to have to do it over again. So I don't know who believes in reincarnation or not.
I do.
You do?
I do.
You do? You do?
Yeah, I
Okay, cool. So this week is all about the rules and laws of reincarnation. So how we use reincarnation is to give us, I think, a little extra push to know that we're not going to get off scot-free. We're not going to be able to lie, cheat, steal, do whatever we want, and that there's not going to be any consequences. Because this is a world, if I can leave this with people, I mean, this feeds directly into the impact of how we want to heal the world. I'm assuming we all want the world to be a better place. I'm assuming we all want to grow and transform into the better versions of ourselves. So in order to do that, we have to know that this is a world of cause and effect. You do this, that happens. You do this, that happens. But here's the funny thing. The laws of reincarnation teach that if you do this, maybe it'll come back to bite you in the butt in this lifetime. And if it doesn't, it'll come back in another lifetime. So many of us walk through life thinking, I'll do what I want, whatever I want, without the care to the consequence. Look, I did this when I was in my 20s. I'm now in my 50s, and whoa, everything's great. I've got money. I got this. I got that. There is always a payment, and that's what people don't understand. It's not a punishment. I don't talk about, the universal wisdom doesn't talk about it in terms of punishment. It talks about it in terms of cause and effect. So I want to share a little story with you. I hope my brother's not watching because he might hurt me. That will be the consequence to this story, is that he married, and he married a beautiful young lady and then got divorced. And whether or not he learned his lesson or not from the marriage, because there's always a lesson to learn. My lesson from my first divorce was how to be more empowered, not to let someone walk all over me, etc. And he remarried a girl that looks almost identical to his first wife.
Interesting.
That happened.
It happens, right? It happens.
Yeah.
My friend in the audience is also saying it happens. We see it.
Yeah.
Why? This is an exact example of cause and effect in place. What's happening is because whatever lesson had to be learned in this relationship,
He didn't learn it.
didn't learn. Well, I don't know if he did
I
or
was going
didn't.
to say, but she looks like maybe inconsequential to
My-
who she is as a person.
Maybe there's something there. I don't know. I don't go into that with him. But many people will reconnect with a person who is almost identical physically, spiritually, emotionally, with the same lessons, because universal truths, cause and effect, you're not going to escape from this one.
What do you think?
I got to hear more. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, we all know, I've talked about it before, I believe in reincarnation. I'm a big fan of energy. And the idea of energy is energy comes to you and it does not distinguish between positive or negative. So if you put out negative energy, so energy comes to you, right? So if you put out all this negative energy, you're going to get negative energy back. Regardless, you're getting energy. And it's not, if you put out all positive energy, you'll get the positive energy back.
Correct.
Yeah. Right. So it's not that if you put out negative energy, it's not going to be like, oh, we want to give this person a break. Let's just throw positive energy their way.
Oh,
that
no.
does not happen.
That does not work.
That is not the way that works. It's all about the energy that
Law
you
of
put out.
attraction.
100% right.
So accountability is
Yeah.
really deep down
Oh my
with
gosh.
intent. So if your
Yes.
intent is not pure, your accountability is going to make you pay for it one way or the other.
You're going to pay one way or the other.
And
That's
it's
all.
energy about it. So you can be like, my intent is pure, but if your energy is not pure energy, they know. It's not like, you can say whatever you want to say, but if you don't believe it, it doesn't matter.
I always say, if it smells like fish, it's
Yeah.
fishy.
It's a lobster.
It's a lobster. So it's really fascinating because this whole cause and effect situation, it plays out in every part of our life. And it forces you to be very mindful and conscious about your actions, about what you do. Like, am I going to attract positive with this, or am I going to attract negative with this
Is
action?
it what we call experience?
What do you mean, Brigitte? Like,
because this is experience. I mean, me, I don't know all those. I believe in I believe in negative energy, big time, big time. But I have a son. He's 37 years old. My son, when he went to college, he was going to college. He registered in True College. He didn't want. I'm going. Didn't get into college he wanted. I pushed him to register in Johns Hopkins, who is a good college. He went. So I was in California like 2 weeks ago, and I say, okay, now you're 37 years old, you have 3 kids. Tell me what I did wrong. Because good, I did a lot, so wrong. And he said, yeah, how can you let me apply only to True College? I said,
this is what he remembered?
Yeah.
Oh. That you let him.
Yeah, that I let him. I said, but I had fight with you and things like that. You should have. So it's
And you said, wait till your kids go to college and you try it.
That's interesting. You said, what did I do wrong? Because I always think, what are the things that I do right?
No, because he's a father now and he has 3 kids.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, then 10 years old, 8, 3. So he's doing exactly what I did, not pushing so much for the homework. I mean, I didn't push them so much, things like that. And he say, you should have pushed me. Say, you don't push
You should have said to him, why'd you let me?
Why you let me, yeah. No,
You see, accountability. Nobody wants to take responsibility for accountability.
Right.
It is one of the biggest pet peeves I have. I gotta ask. We are all born at 0, right? When you come out of your mom's womb or whatever. Hold on, let me get there. We are born equally
Actually, Freddie.
at this lifetime. We are all born at 0, and then the clock begins. Would you give me that?
Well, in the Jewish religion, they believe that you're born with knowing everything until you have your bris or your baby naming.
This is why I have to learn to shut up.
Or until you,
actually
well, then they go like this. They tap you on the lip, and then you go back to 0.
Actually don't.
But
you're
born with every, right this right here?
This is getting interesting.
When you're in the room, you know everything. You know all of your previous incarnations, previous lifetimes. You know the wisdom of the universe.
Right.
When you're born, you're tapped right here. An angel taps you right here, and you come out not knowing.
0.
No, you still know what your tikkun is, what your correction is, what you're here to perfect, the reason that you're here. But you don't know about all of your previous lifetimes. You don't know all the wisdom of the world, because we're born here to emulate our source. And what is that we're here to emulate? Is to be a creator. If we're not going to work for it, and if we're not going to create our life, then we're not going to earn it. We're not going to own it.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is the race, okay, let's assume that everything's erased when you come out of the womb. Can you give me that?
Yes.
All right. We all start there. I can't say I can't say you don't know. I can only say we all start there.
Some of us start with minus 5% 0. Some of us start with 0 plus 20%. It's but okay. Yes.
But we're starting.
We're starting.
She just took the whole thing right out the
We're
window.
starting, and then what?
Well, if we all start
We're
at
starting,
0,
yeah.
male
Yes.
or female, then we develop to learn as you go along, right? You learn your lessons either from your past lives or your energies or experiences, which I think is what she's touching about. And as you get older, those experiences that you've had before begin to make sense to you. Should anyway, because you're getting older, and they call it being wiser.
Okay.
So everything begins to go and grow, right? So when you try to teach younger kids, listen, this is what I went through, and they tell you, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking
Or they
about.
tell you you're old, go back in the old age home, or go find a cane, or whatever. Is it because I wanted to get to the womb, is it because of all that happened in the womb that it takes longer for you to become more accountable? Because nobody wants to do accountability when they're younger.
I think we should have a show one day when we talk about at what point are we prepared, are we wired physically, emotionally, and mentally and spiritually to take responsibility.
I love that show. I want to do that show. I think that is the most important
because
aspect.
there is a time where that happens.
Yep.
And that is, according to universal wisdom, that is at 12 for a girl and 13 for a boy. And we can talk about that another
But those are
time. But
numbers.
until then, until that time, we're not ready to step into responsibility. We're just practicing.
I was told that all of us are born with one thing in common, and I'm not going to bring it up today because people are going to scream at me. With one thing in common that we have to learn how to overcome. Some of us do, and some of us don't. Some of us struggle to do it. Some of us still don't get it. Some of us are learning how to get it, and then once you get it and you get there, then you
What
have
is
to
the
teach
it?
them. You got to tune in to this show.
What is the it?
But do you think when you're reincarnated and you meet someone that you know, your soul knows, is from a previous life, right? We come into contact. Does it help us follow that mission of our purpose?
Yeah, because none of
getting
us.
past that?
It's such a great question, Dawn, because none of us do this alone. It's the other people. We have soul pods. Do you like that word? Soul
I do.
Soul pods.
Soul pods, yes.
A soul pod.
A soul pod. So we might even be part of a soul pod sitting here together. I know for sure that my marriage with Huitzo is part of a soul pod. We share a very common, nurturing, empowering bond. I mean, the minute I met them, I knew. Did you know the minute we met that was it?
Right away.
Right away.
And I said, this one, I won't let her go. This
See?
one, she's
See?
staying.
No.
Yeah.
So does that help? Do our soul pods help us get through
Yeah.
and help us learn the mission or get through what we need to be getting through?
Absolutely. We can't do it alone. And these people, if we're lucky to recognize it, these are the people that are cheerleaders. Even when sometimes what comes out of their mouth is not pleasant, like you're off the path, you're not doing what you need to be doing. This is like a intervention. This is a wake-up call. But from a soul pod, we'll listen to it because we know that they love us. We know that they share the same mission and vision to transform and grow into the best version of whoever you are. So we'll listen to that person, but we're not going to listen to anybody just off the street who says, you know what, you're pissing me off, whatever. We're not going to listen to that person. So soul pods, recognizing, look, we're human creatures, right? We're not human creatures. Of course we're human creatures. We're
energies.
social
Human
creatures. We're social. We're meant to be together. We're not meant to be isolated. So this is why it's very important to surround yourself. This is one of the most important universal truths, is to surround yourself with like-minded people on a vision.
But that's
on
not
a
easy.
quest.
Life
But that's
doesn't
why
give you a whole
there's-
box of donuts.
No, it doesn't. But
That is
there's
the same.
there's a sentence, and then you'll jump in. There's a
Yeah, go ahead.
sentence in the Universal Wisdoms that talks about how you buy yourself a holy leader. No, you make yourself a holy leader and you buy yourself a friend. You have to put yourself in situations where you connect with those people. It's effort, it's work.
It's relationships.
It's relationships. You have to buy those relationships by showing up, by fighting for them.
By the exchange. You don't mean monetary. There's that exchange
Yes.
in a relationship.
You have to give a little bit of yourself to get some back.
You gotta give.
But sometimes people don't give nothing. Sometimes you
Well,
got to go
then-
find them and say, come here,
Then
let
you
me
know
put
what's
my
going
arm
to
around
happen
you.
with the rules of reincarnation? This is the bottom line. How much time do we got? Ooh,
About
I'm
a
going to
minute.
leave it with a zinger today. Here's the bottom
A
line.
zinger.
The bottom line is that this is a world of cause and effect. And if you're not going to put your investment and energy into building those relationships and finding those soul pods and connecting with those people, like with my Huitzo family, with my Brooklyn Cafe TV family, if you're not going to connect and buy those relationships, whether it's with money or with time or with whatever it is showing up, then you are bound to come back time and time again until you get it right and learn your lesson. And the next time is going to be intensified and much harder. And I can promise you, you don't want to do that.
True that.
I'll buy that. I'll buy
Find
it.
our soul paths. How do people find you and all of your wisdom?
They can find me in my soul pods at goodtobetter2020@gmail.com.
And for Huitzo?
So if you want to join Viso,
Join
Huitzo
now.
You call me 954-445-3035.
Or email me goodtobetter2020@gmail.com.
Yes.
Our next event is March 5th. It's
Yeah.
the
Another
Persian cooking and lecture with me, Igniting Your Inner Queen.
Yep.
Hey, Moby Pop,
Oh, so if you go to your cell phone and you do a new text, the number is 55312, and the message is CAFE, C-A-F-E. Press send, and you get the Brooklyn Cafe card, and you can talk to Freddie and Dawn, and then they can talk to me.
And if you don't have a website, you don't need a website. You can actually use your
Access the
MobiPop, and it will work as a website. It will work as a. We're using it now to communicate with Europe. Monica is in Europe. I'm going to call her right after the show.
You keep trying. I guess it's the time change.
It's a time change, but
Oh,
we
they're
have.
they're like 7 hours.
Well, she has a couple of countries that want to bring the show over there as well. So we're
That would be
getting
nice.
the European flavor, is what she's telling me. So we're going to
We
attempt
can
to
do
do
it
that
in
through
French,
MobiPop.
right? We can do it in French.
Yes, and they're talking about France and Poland, Germany, Spain.
I speak German, too.
All right, so text CAFE, C-A-F-E, to 55312. Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
You never know what's going to happen at the cafe from Master Network. You can also text Jen. You can find more information on her Facebook page or through MobiPop. You can text POP or Mobi or
Pop.
Pop.
Moby, Pop, you pick one. That's all.
Text POP, P-O-P, to 55312,
I
and
need
she'll
one
give
of
you the
those things that
information
you
on that
turn.
as well. What would you like to turn?
One of those boxes. And
A Jack in the Box?
See, the last time you said something, we did lollipops. Now we have to do this.
I
You got
wanna
like
do
top
that.
goes the Weezo, and you got both right there. Boom.
But think about the branding on that, right?
I love
Look
it.
at Slick loves it.
Love it.
We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Be kind to each other.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.